And here it is, the origin of Daredevil. The cover's doing like this, and the first page is like this. I don't know, they keep referencing Spider-Man. The whole comic opens on Fogwell's gym, which is weird because we know that Foggy is the main character. There must have just been fog on Stan Lee's brain when this was happening, though knowing the Marvel method, it wasn't Stan who necessarily named this gym. Kind of interesting. But as we pull back, we see it's a shady deal going on, and Daredevil is here to save the day. It's our introduction to the character. We get that gnarly yellow suit and that billy club, and the idea is complete as we swiftly move into a lot of exposition about how he became Daredevil. And for those who don't know, Daredevil became Daredevil, a superhero with heightened senses because of the radioactive material that's coming off of this truck here. Though eagle-eyed enthusiasts of connected comics might notice that there's no turtles in these panels whatsoever. As we move through, we get a lot about Matt's studying who he is as a character. I think it's interesting that he looks like a redhead here, even though normally he's more brown-haired. I don't know. We move through the education. It's incredible how much information is packed into each panel, the amount of words, the amount of what's going on. It's just such a show of what could happen in one issue compared to what happens in 6 issues now. I particularly love the introduction of the Billy Club because it's really just like a cane with a couple tricks, but he's thinking, oh, I can use this 100 different ways. It's really interesting to see how this character evolves as they move through. This first issue is just packed, and what's really fun is, as opposed to a number of other superhero origins, it is Matt Murdock tackling those who, offed his father because his father took a dive in a boxing ring. I'm sure you're all familiar, but it's just some thugs. There's no super villainy to be had. Then to tackle them down, he's catching one of them with his infernal stick. He sees a barrel of trash and runs this guy down. I love this little thought bubble here. The rolling steel is making such a racket that I can't hear his footsteps, but I can easily detect the scent of his cigar. They're always working around the blind thing. It's just such a fascinating way to move through. We get this resolved, and then thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for what's next in Daredevil, which will be the next video.